We invite you to be part of something bigger. Support VIVA Magazine Live and make history with us. Support the vision and invest in our community. Hola, Houston. Welcome to VIVA Magazine Live. I'm your host, Blanca Blanco, and this is the place where we celebrate the movers, the shakers, and the trailblazers of our vibrant Latino community. And today on VIVA Magazine Live, we have joining us Mr. Israel Gomez, better known as Izzy Gomez, founder and executive director of Navidad En El Barrio. And we have his wife, Martha. She is the president of Navidad En El Barrio. And these two folks are true unsung heroes who are bringing joy and smiles to so many young children in our community when they need it the most during the Christmas holidays. So stay tuned and find out what Izzy and Martha have to say, so don't go away. Welcome back to VIVA Magazine Live, and we have Izzy Gomez, founder and executive director of Navidad En El Barrio, and Martha Gomez, president of the organization. It is so good to have you on our show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
So let's just get right to it. Izzy, you are a retired police officer of Houston.
Correct, yes, 23 years.
23 years. And I want the viewers of VIVA Magazine Live to know that back on December 8th, 1994, you graced the cover of VIVA Magazine. I actually wrote the story on you and the organization, brightening Christmas for kids for Navidad En El Barrio. Izzy, do you realize that that was 31 years ago?
Not at all, you know, it went by fast.
It does, right, when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I wrote that story and you know, it still rings true for you today because you're brightening Christmases still for these young children. So what has kept you inspired all these years?
Well, I always like to start by saying that, you know, my daddy died when I was 2.
Yeah.
I was raised, my mother had a 3rd grade education and she raised 4 of us, and she taught us respect and values.
Yeah.
And so moving forward, as a police officer, you know, working in 2nd Ward, I saw a lot of the children out there that there's need in every community, and
Right.
So my inspiration comes from, you know, being with those children and doing something for them and just bringing a smile to their face.
Right, right. Well, I can see that you did that all from your heart. And you know, how has because I remember when you started this organization back then, how has it evolved in such a large organization from then to now?
Well, I believe, you know, I always praise God because he without his help, there's no way we would have lasted 38 years. But
Right.
the community, I believe the passion in our community, they saw what we do.
Right.
They see what we do. They've seen the successes of some of our children that are now council members, they representatives.
Yeah.
And so we hope and pray that that special moment, by giving them gifts one Christmas where
Right.
they might have not had any gifts,
Right.
meant something to them, and it shows now when they come back to us.
Sure. They come back to probably share and volunteer with you, don't they, to give back as well. So I know that you've been, like you say, been doing this for 38 years and you found a lot of joy in doing this. So can you give me a memorable story of Navidad En El Barrio in your early days and highlight why that matters to you? I'm sure there's a lot of
There's a lot, but right away, I'll never forget, back in the early days, a young man got his toys, he wouldn't open them, they're all wrapped.
Right.
And I was in uniform, and I like to say that a lot of my friends were in uniform because we wanted to show that positive contact with a police officer. And so I asked him to open his toys, and he didn't want to, so we went back and forth. Finally, I gave in, I said, okay, Well, a teacher was listening to me, and she came up to me and said, "You know why he doesn't want to open them?" I said, "No," and she said, "Well, he doesn't have anything to open on Christmas Day," and that stayed with me forever.
Right.
And the passion is still there.
Right, right. Well, that is that probably just touched your heart, and you'll never forget that for sure. I'm sure that in the years that you've done this, both you and Martha, there have been some big challenges. So how have both of y'all overcome these challenges? And because I know nonprofits are not easy to get off the ground, and you seem to have done a really good job in evolving this organization, but surely there have been some challenges along the way. Can you share some of those?
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
On our third year,
Yeah.
we were blessed to get a donation, and we would spend all that money, not knowing if next year was going to come.
Right.
And it did. Well, the third year, some money that was sponsored did not come. So we were in a bind, in a challenge.
Right.
And thank God for Felix Fraga, who was the manager at Ripley House back
Yes,
then, and a great man.
You rest in peace.
Yes,
Felix. Yes.
a great man. Well, I went up to him and I said, "Felix, I need help."
Yeah.
And I started getting money from old mayors.
Wow.
And so that was God helping me and helping us. And so those were the early challenges that we faced.
Right.
And now I believe that our sponsors get to see where their money goes.
Right.
And so every year is a challenge,
I'm sure there
but
is.
we're blessed.
Yes.
We're blessed.
Well, in 1994 in VIVA Magazine, I wrote that you wanted to expand Navidad En El Barrio to Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and your hometown of Laredo. And so has that goal been accomplished?
Yes. So we went to Laredo, and some past high school friends that were now sheriff, and they created our program. They sponsored it, and so we did it in Laredo. We did it in San Antonio, but we missed Corpus. But we went to Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, where one of our local sponsors allowed us to use some of the money for Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, which is where my family's from.
Right.
And
I love Laredo.
Yes.
I love Nuevo Laredo too. And back then we used to always travel down there. It's a great city to go visit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what visions do you have or goals do you have for Navidad En El Barrio now? I mean, you accomplished that goal, and you've expanded Navidad En El Barrio to all of these cities that you wanted to go to, especially your hometown in Nuevo Laredo. So what do you have in store for Navidad En El Barrio, or what programs have y'all implemented now going forward?
So one of the things that we would like the community to know is that Navidad is not just during Navidad. It's not just during Christmas. So we have a lot of programs that we do throughout the year. We have a program where we do a fashion show for senior citizens and children with disabilities. We have a senior citizens program. We have a program for children of inmates where the sheriff allows them to have face-to-face contact for a couple of hours. We bring in gifts. We bring in Santa. They get to take pictures with their families.
That's awesome.
And we have a teen party for children who are in CPS custody and shelters.
Yeah.
So
those are very unique programs that I don't know if anybody else is doing that. I mean, that is really, I would say, giving or thinking outside the box. Because, that is something that I don't know if people think about that, but, those kids also need to have Christmases and that their parents are not around them, to be able to have that. So yeah, what a unique program. And then of course you mentioned the fashion show.
Right.
So that is a unique program for seniors, and so how did y'all come up with that?
Well, we have a very strong board. We have a very strong board and a very diverse board, and our board is a working board.
Yes.
They also have been in those situations where a lot of our communities are, and where sometimes we just need a helping hand, or we're not seen. We get lost in the shuffle. And actually, that's one of the things that our scholarship recipient, Pedro Ambriz, has said. You came to me in a time when I wasn't seen, and you let me be seen. So that's what we want for our children, is we want our children and our families to be seen and not forgotten.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to take a short break and hear from our general sponsor, Houston Community College. And don't go away, we'll be right back.
Learning looks like this, and it also looks like...
I didn't just study buildings. I connected them with tech to make them smarter.
I'm learning healthcare management while providing patient care.
I worked with these control systems way before I even started the job.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online. So, where do you start?
And welcome back to VIVA Magazine Live. I'm your host, Blanca Blanco, and we have with us two wonderful members, founders and executive director of Navidad En El Barrio, and Martha, the president of Navidad En El Barrio. And Martha, I want to start with you. You have been described as a lifelong Houstonian, pardon me, I got tongue-tied on that one, and but you have roots in Monterrey, Mexico. And how has your background shaped your approach to leading Navidad En El Barrio?
Well, my mom and I came to the United States when I was a baby, and of course she came here for a better life for us. She was a waitress, and I would be cared for by my other aunt, who also lived here. Yeah. And we also had a lot of help. We got a lot of support from the community. And throughout our life, we've had support from the community. And that's why I think it's so important that we give back to the community that's given so much to us. Right. I think that's part of our duty, part of our responsibility, and it's something that I love to do. I'm very passionate about volunteering. Yes, yes.
Well, you know, as both president of Navidad En El Barrio and an advocacy coordinator for Child Advocates, Inc., how do these roles complement each other?
We focus on children. Okay. We focus on the quality of life of children and families. And I think that's something that complements both of the organizations that I work for. Right. And I have an opportunity to build on both of those, at having the experiences both at Child Advocates and with Navidad En El Barrio and the different nonprofits that I've had the opportunity to work with.
Yeah, that's great. So what does a typical holiday season look like behind the scenes for you and the board at Navidad En El Barrio? You already told me that y'all are a working board, so I can just see a bunch of little elves back there working. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so Christmas for us is very busy. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work.
Sure it is.
But it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really enjoy, and I know Izzy enjoys it too, is that our family and our friends are part of the organization too. And we've built lifelong friends through the organization. We all have that passion to help. We all have that passion to uplift each other. And I think that's what life is about. I think that's what community is about, is just helping each other. And we may not have our house decorated with these beautiful lights during the holidays, yes, but
you're decorating other lives.
That's right. That's right.
And smiles on their faces. So that's really what's important during Christmas. So.
Yes.
So now I'm going to get to a real important question here, because you know it's I don't see a lot of couples working together. I mean, sometimes they tell me we like to, do things together, like go and socialize. But when we work together, we're like this. So, Izzy, what is your secret?
I always say you're right. It's worked out great. No, I think
that's the right thing to say.
I'm a smart man.
That's right. Well, y'all, so how do y'all share your leadership responsibilities? And so you just told me why your partnership is so effective, because you say you're right. But really, how do y'all share that responsibility? I mean, how do y'all, make it work?
Well, Izzy's been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's the founder. So he's the first person to contact. He's the first point of contact for the community and for the board. What we do, we complement each other. I do a lot of the administrative work. Izzy's very good at working directly with the community and public relations, and so he establishes the relationships in the community, and we do all the behind the scenes work.
Right.
Yes.
And I think, I think another is, at the beginning, everybody came to me, and
Right.
now I'm so blessed to have a partner and a great board
Right.
that I get to enjoy it a little more now.
Yes, of course.
Because I get to go talk to people because they know what to do, and so it's a very blessing to have Marta
Yeah.
and the whole board together, and the passion that they show to
That's
do our
right.
program.
That's what makes it work, because they're passionate about it as well. So I know that y'all are having a big gala coming up. Tell us about Taquitos and Chanclitas event, and how did you come up with that name?
Well, back in 2010, when we started our first gala, we were trying to think of a name, and Taquitos and Chanclitas came about because taquitos is sometimes the only food our children eat,
Right.
and chanclitas, or sandals, or flip-flops, is to never let you forget where you come from.
Right.
So at our gala, it's a formal, but you get to wear chanclitas,
Right.
or sandals, and of course we have a competition.
Right.
And so that's how the name came about, and I believe everybody understands. Even at our gala, your dinner will be served on plasticware. We don't believe in spending all the money on,
Yeah.
ceramic plates, etc.
Right.
And they also get 2 taquitos, a salad, some rice and beans.
Yes.
And we let
And it's
them
very
know.
delicious, because I've been there.
Good.
I love it.
And we let them know that this is a gourmet meal for some
Yes.
of our kids.
That's right.
And so we appreciate them understanding that they're not coming to a big,
Yes.
feast, etc.
That's right. But what you do is honor people that have several leaders in the community that have really made an impact for you and your organization. You will have some honorees this year as well, right? Do you say the honorees now, or you
Yes.
try to make it a
Yes.
surprise?
No. We definitely want to let everybody know who we're honoring, and we're very blessed that they've accepted the honor of being awarded the VIVA Award recipient, which is going to be this year Constable Sylvia Trevino.
Okay, yes.
Yes, and our other recipient is Art Contreras. And we also have a veteran award, the American Patriot Award, and that's going to be Mr. Dario Arellano.
Yes, Dario Arellano. Him and
Yes.
my husband are very, very good friends. So, well, that is really an honor. It's really a blessing to have honoring these beautiful, people that have really made a big impact in our community. So, how do people get involved with Navidad En El Barrio, either as a volunteer or supporters? Oh, by the way, I want you to announce, if you don't mind, when is your Taquitos and Chanclitas gala going to be held? So tell the audience.
Okay, our gala will be held on September 6th, 2025 at the Arabia Shrine Temple. And you're more than welcome to visit our website, www.navidadenelbarrio.org. And we'd love for you to come out and support us and have fun. We have an auction, we have a complimentary cocktail hour,
Yes.
and we love to dance.
Yes.
So yes, you're gonna have the awards and everything, but the dancing is also fun.
It's going to be a lot of
Yes.
fun. So, yes, well, thank you for allowing our audience to, be a part of it, because I'm sure when they see they really want to come out and have some taquitos and wear their little flip-flops.
Yes.
They don't have to wear
High
pumps
heels.
or high heels. You can come in your flip-flops, but a formal dress.
Right.
Yes.
So that's great. And so now let's get back to telling people, how do they get involved as volunteers or supporters? One, they can come to the gala, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, can come to the gala and be a part of it. How can they also volunteer?
So we have several volunteer opportunities, and like I said, we have programs throughout the year, all the way up until the end of the year. And we do not have an age minimum for volunteering. And that's one of the things that I think is great about Navidad en el Barrio, is that as a parent, you can bring your children, you can bring your grandchildren, and you can start teaching them at a very young age how important it is to volunteer and how all of us can give back to the community, either through volunteering, sponsoring. So there's different ways that we can all give of our resources, whatever time we have and whatever resources we have. We appreciate that. That's the only way that we can keep going.
That's right. That's right.
And I think it's very important, if you visit our website, there is a location on the website to volunteer.
Okay.
And you can submit your name and everything will come back to us and we'll send you, of course there's some programs we do that it's not open to volunteers simply because of we're going to the Houston Area Women's Center.
Right.
And it's very private, but please sign up at our website and we'll get back to you.
Right. Okay, very good. So how do you hope that Navidad en el Barrio story will inspire others in Houston and beyond? So just tell me how you accomplish that. Just simply because one is Navidad for kids that are, underprivileged kids that may not have a Christmas, but what other ways do you inspire?
I think it's coming full circle. Because we've been around so long, 38 years now, the children that were impacted at a very young age are now adults and coming back and volunteering and doing great things in the community. We have state representatives, our very first scholarship recipient, Pedro Ambriz, he's now a physician's assistant.
Wow.
He's been working, specializing in rheumatoid arthritis. And he's coming back to volunteer. He's given back to the organization from his resources. So that's the goal, is for our children to be seen and for them to feel that impact to where they can come back and uplift others.
That's right. Well, you know what?
And one of the things we always like to mention is if you're interested, you don't have to give us money right now.
Yeah.
Come see the program, come see what we do. And then you decide.
Yes.
And we've done that I always say, once we get you to the program, I got you.
Yeah, you got them for good. You got them for life, right? Well, you know what? That's such a beautiful vision, and one that we know will touch hearts far beyond Houston. Your story is so powerful, both of you. Remind us of how one act of kindness can ripple through entire communities. And thank you for sharing your beautiful work with all of us in the community and in Houston. The work of Navidad en el Barrio will probably never be forgotten, and I thank you both for being on our show.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank VIVA Magazine Live, because there are a lot of people that might not know about us.
That's
and because of what you're doing today for us, we might get more and more sponsorships and volunteers. So thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Blanca.
No, y'all are inspiring. You have an inspiring story, and your dedication to spreading joy and dignity reminds us all that the true spirit of Christmas is about giving, unity, and love. At VIVA Magazine Live, we're proud to celebrate stories that uplift the community, just like Navidad en el Barrio is doing and has done for the past 38 years. And now we want to let the audience know, is there anything else you want to add?
Yes, we'd like to add, we'd like to give thanks to the University of Houston and to State Representative Wally, because through their partnership, we're able to offer eyeglasses to children that are low-income families. So please, if you know of somebody that needs that, please reach out to us, and please help us attend our Taquitos and Chanclitas Gala. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. This will allow us to continue the programs that we have for the community. It's going to be on Saturday, September the 6th. It's formal with flip-flops. You don't have to, but I know I would love to wear flip-flops, and that's what I'm going to do. We have a wine and cheese reception that starts at 6 o'clock. It's complimentary. We will be honoring Constable Sylvia Trevino and also Chief Art Contreras, along with our veteran American Patriot recipient is going to be Dario Arellano. Come help us honor these people that have done such great work in the community, have broken ceilings, and continue to uplift the community.
Y muchas bendiciones to you both and Navidad en el Barrio. And that's a wrap for Viva Magazine Live. Hasta luego, Houston.